A few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to work with a photographer that I believe is just in a league of her own. Now, she's from the Czech Republic, but she's been living and working in the States for the past 13 years. She's received national attention from around the world for her photography that includes a spread in Cosmopolitan magazine and Vogue Italia portfolio. Along with being an incredible photographer, she is an incredible person who has so much passion for what she's doing. Romi, I'm so happy you're here with me today.
Hi,
Thank
Jenna.
you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Romi, I mentioned to everyone that you moved here from the Czech Republic around 13 years ago.
Yes.
Why did you decide to make the move to the States?
Well, I come from a small city in the Czech Republic called Prostějov, and first time I've been to New York City, and I loved it. First time I saw Times Square, and I saw the lights and the people and variety and food and everything, and I decided I want to come back and I want to learn the language and travel and see United States. So I did that couple years later, actually. Okay. And I went to, I lived in New York, and then I moved to Florida, to Key West.
And you just fell in love with Key West?
Yes, it was beautiful. The ocean and palm trees and sun, and it was great.
Now, did you know when you were coming down to Key West that you were going to be doing photography here?
No, not at all. I had no idea, but having my mom, she's a fashion designer, and my dad, he used to take pictures, and I saw him developing the pictures in a red room, in a small apartment in a Czech, and I remember as a kid, I always loved seeing him to see the pictures when you put the pictures in the water, and they kind of like, you could see them coming up, and then hang them up and see the beautiful black and white. So, yeah, I think that's why I started photography, by just, and I'm a really visual person, so that's.
Well, that's neat, because you've kind of combined what your mother did. She was a fashion designer. Your father was a photographer. You can kind of use both of those things to make you what you are today. Now, Romi, one of the things you specialize in is underwater photography.
I love being underwater.
That's so cool. How did that get started?
I saw a couple pictures online, and I remember like the feeling of like dreamy look, kind of like everything's flowing and the hair's flowing. So I wanted to give it a shot and try it.
Now, doesn't an underwater shoot take so long, though, Romi? So
long. You have to be so prepared. You have to have camera ready. You have to have the light figured out. You have to. Nothing really works like above the water. Everything is different. You have to have a weights. So first shoot, actually, what I did, it was kind of coincidence. We kind of like tried just a couple pictures, and when I saw the result, I was like, well, the picture's bad, but wow, like look at that. This is what I'm going for. This is what I want to do.
Now, your obsession, though, Romi, right now, it's weddings. You just love shooting weddings, don't you?
I love shooting weddings. I love meeting the couples, and I'm privileged and honored that they share their special life with me, and you see the happy moments and the joy, and that's what makes me happy.
What do you feel makes you different from some of the other wedding photographers here in the Keys?
I think there's a lot of good photographers in Key West. Maybe my fashion background, that's different, that I'm trying to always like find something else, something special, something more magazine-like.
Well, I could imagine that could definitely help you be even better at photographing weddings. Now, Romi, have you received so much inspiration living here in Key West for your work?
I think the most inspiration I get is from traveling, or also working with different people and giving me different insight, and I love to be part of different projects. I think that's what makes me grow.
Well, you get involved in a lot of projects down here in the Keys, and you actually have an upcoming show taking place at the studios of Key West.
I'm excited about that.
Tell us about what we'll see in that exhibit.
It's going to be underwater pictures, and it's going to be mostly people from Key West, and it's going to be May 15 till May 16 actually, till June 13 in Studios of Key West.
Great.
In the main hall.
I definitely recommend checking it out. Your underwater photography will be on display, and it's incredible. Now, Romi, before we go this morning, is there a project that you haven't done yet that you're itching to do?
There's always something, but I started the levitation pictures, and it's kind of challenging, and I would like to continue to do that. And I have one more project in mind that I actually start sketching and think about it more, so stay tuned.
Well, I look forward to seeing it, and keep doing what you're doing. I'm a huge fan of yours,
Thank
Romi.
you so much.
We're gonna leave our viewers right now, Romi, with a little slideshow of some of your images so they get a better taste of your incredible work. Enjoy.
A little taste of Hollywood. Adios to the girl next door. To fit in, you gotta make changes. Work done in the right places. Moving up through bedtime favors. Giving more to get it back. It's dirty work when you wanna be famous. Girl, you're on the right track. Hey, let me guess, you wanna way out of that dress. Hey, you're headed for a dirty motel bathroom floor. I know a lot about you, don't know a thing about me. Roping in the trust fund babies. Daddy's little girl wants to be a star. She learns fast how to get what she wants with her head down in the fancy cars. The same story.